Hey, 1 second, okay? My name is Paige. I have 600 houseplants, and my Monstera Deliciosa is by far my favorite plant ever. Just look at her. She stands a little bit taller than me. I grew her from seed. Okay, now let's get into the plant. The Monstera Deliciosa, aka the delicious monster, was first described by a Danish botanist in the 1840s, and he discovered this species in Mexico. You may be asking, or maybe not, why is it named the Monstera Deliciosa, aka delicious monster? Because this monster produces some delicious fruit. Have I ever had any? No. So if you have any, send them my way. Thank you. Let's chat about the anatomy of the plant. You will know it's a Monstera Deliciosa by the fenestration on its leaves. That is what makes this plant stand out from any other plant that I've ever seen in my life. When you first purchase your Monstera, chances are you're gonna have really juvenile leaves, and those don't have any fenestrations on it yet. These fenestrations are said to serve a purpose. So these plants start on the jungle floor. As these plants climb up the trees, these plants have adapted to allow sunlight to penetrate the baby leaves, and they do that with the fenestrations. We've talked about the leaves, let's talk about the petioles. You have to bear with me if you really want to learn right now. This part right here is called the petiole, and this is the part that branches off of the stem to then put out the leaf. On the petiole is what we call the geniculum. It's that little wrinkly part that connects the petiole to the leaf. It's in charge of rotating the leaf to capture sunlight. So let's quickly recap. We have the leaf, the geniculum, the petiole, and now we're on to the stem. Now on the stem of the plant, you'll find the nodes, the internodes, and the aerial roots. My personal favorite part is the aerial roots. I don't ever cut mine, and I don't redirect them into the pot either. It's like a little dress. In fact, in some communities, the aerial roots are useful. Yes, people make baskets out of the aerial roots of their Monstera. Now, do you want to know how I got mine to be this big? The Monstera. The first and most important fact is to allow your Monstera to be root bound. Monsteras love to be root bound because they love to exert their energy in pushing out those really big, beautiful leaves. Stop rushing to repot. Monsteras are on the forgiving side of the plant care scale, but that doesn't mean that they don't like to be watered. They love water. I let mine dry out to about 75% before I water it again. Every single time I water her, I give her half the suggested amount of fertilizer. That's what I do. Do what you will with that information. You gotta give her some support. So put it on a stake. When the time does come around for you to finally repot your Monstera, pot it in a chunky soil mix, because those thick roots love a good little chunky tree. Pro tip, put your Monstera in bright and direct light. Me and Sage, taking the world over one by one.